Hello YouTube, this is rwheatley0206 and doing things a little different tonight. I wanted to show you guys some books that I got signed at Indiana Comic Con. So doing this a little different tonight, so just a little different arrangement. Try this out. See how it goes. Do it Silver Age Dave style tonight. So anyway, as you know, I picked up this facsimile edition of Batman 232, and I got that signed yesterday by Neil Adams, so I wanted to share that. Also, I have this copy of Brave New World #1, and I got that one signed by Ariel, and I think it's Olivetti, I think is his last name. So I got that one signed yesterday. And, oh my gosh, I can't think of his name now. I mean, I know it's Rubenstein, but I want to say Joe, I think it's Joe Rubenstein. I took this book with me and got his signature there at the top. These are books that I already had that I took with me to get signed. Then this Marvel Age I got signed by Ron Wilson. And I also got this Planet of the Apes signed by Ron Wilson. So those are the books that I got signed at Comic-Con this weekend. I thought I'd show a few books. I don't normally show the books that I pick up for my wife, but I did pick up some Farscape books for my wife yesterday. I haven't checked yet. I know she has several Farscape books, but I don't think she has the ones that I picked up. So here's Farscape #14. That's from Boom Comics. Had Scorpio on it, or Scorpius, I forget if that, yeah, I think it's Scorpius. Has him on the cover, and I don't think she has too many with him on the cover, so I picked that one up for her. Here's Farscape Dargo's Lament #1. Farscape #21. Get this over here in the middle where you can see it better. And Farscape Scorpius #4. Yeah, my wife, she collects Farscape comics and Stargate, SG-1, Stargate, Atlantis, things like that. So I try to pick those up for her. And of course, Tomb Raider comics, she collects Tomb Raider comics and Walking Dead. So anyway, that's a few things that I picked up, or that's a few things that I picked up for her. Then I've got these here that I picked up for me. Get that out of the way. Tales from the Crypt #9, which this is a reproduction of Tales from the Crypt #25. Very nice book. The Deadly Foes of Spider-Man #1. Most of the comics that I bought yesterday I only paid like $1 for, so $1 a piece, which I was real happy with that. Spider-Man, what's that say? The Lost Years. There you can see it probably. That is #1 also. It's kind of a foil cover. It's got some foil on it. Very neat cover. That's a John Romita Jr. cover. I thought I'd do my Marvel comics first, then I'll show you the DC. Silk #1. I had the True Believers version of this, but I ended up getting this for $1, so I was like, yeah, I gotta get that. Man Thing #5. This is from volume 2. And I got the newsstand version and the direct sales version. Let's see, Man-Thing number 10. This is also volume 2, number 10. And Hercules number 1. These are all really nice books. I was really happy to get those. Now, for the DC books that I got, get these over here. World's Finest Comics, anniversary issue number 300. Another DC Comics Presents. This is number 44. And another Who's Who's that I didn't have. This is number 17 from 1986, July of 1986. And this is a George Perez cover for Metarog. Because I know he's a big George Perez fan. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, number 100. And this book's in pretty decent shape, and I love the go-go checks. That's what caught my attention from the beginning. But yeah, like I said, I only paid like $1 for all of these. This little green sticker up here that I haven't taken off yet, that signified at the booth that I bought this that it was $1, because everything in the dollar boxes had this little green sticker on it. And this is Harley Quinn number 46. This is the Frank Cho cover, I believe. Yeah, I think that's right. Frank Cho cover. Batman number 465. I already had a copy of this, but I wasn't sure, so I picked it up. And this is a Norm Breyfogle cover. I really love Breyfogle's work. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Trinity, number 2. Very nice cover. This is a pretty thick book, too. It's like a trade. Detective Comics 21. Batman Europa number 2. I have number 1, and that's the only one that I had. So when I saw this one, I thought, yeah, I'll get that. I don't remember how. I think this was only like a 4-book run, a 4-issue run, and I've never picked up any of the other ones until now. Batman Journey into Night number 10. This is a Pat Lee cover. Detective Comics number 14. And this is a Fabok. I can't think of his first name, but it's Fabok is his last name. It's his cover. Yeah, I can't think. Then I found a few Wonder Woman I found a Wonder Woman comic. I found a few, but I only picked up this one. This is Wonder Woman number 220 from, I think, November of 1975. It's in okay shape. I mean, it's all there. It's all intact. But it's got some creases. It's got some wear along the spine, and, you know. But it's complete, and that's what matters. Superman number 293, also from November of 1975. And it's in better shape than the Wonder Woman book, but pretty cool. I don't have a lot of the older Superman covers. And then this one here is All-Star Western number 0, starring or featuring Jonah Hex. I don't have a lot of Jonah Hex books, so, and I do like Jonah Hex, the character. I started liking him during the Batman animated series. Then this is the Joker number 1 from December of 1997. This is a Tangent Comics version, and I don't remember now exactly when this happened, but for about a year DC formed this this kind of a sub company so that they could make comic books that were the same character names but were different characters. So like this one's the Joker, but as you can see, he's a she. And they also did Batman, I believe. I don't have that one, but they done a few other characters through this Tangent Comics venture, and I think it only lasted about a year, and then they got away from that. But anyway, now I met up with Matt, and you know him as Funk Off. I met up with him at Indiana Comic Con, and he brought me some really cool books. Batman Chronicles, this is volume 1. And I don't think these books have ever been read, because I mean, I kind of looked through this one yesterday, but you can see it's still bound really tight. But this goes through, this volume 1 goes through a lot of the first Detective comics. I don't want to open it up too much. Or first Batman comics, and the entire stories, and it's just really cool because I love the older. Well, there's some, like here's a cover for Detective Comics number 35, and then it has the story in there. Very, very nice books. I really like these, and I did not have these at all. So I've seen them before, but never picked them up. I've picked up other versions, you know, that had Batman stories in it, but I do not have this version. So sorry, didn't mean to get my hand in front of the camera, but it's kind of right here next to me. Okay, this one here is Batman Chronicles Volume 2. And you can see they're a pretty thick book. And there again, you know, here's Batman. I can't tell what... Oh, that's not the cover. Let's see, where's the cover at for that one? Wow, there we go. Batman number 2. So, I'm sure Batman number 1 is in here. I haven't looked through this one at all yet. So anyway, you can see that this is... Volume 2 has still yet a bunch of the older Batman comics and Detective Comics. Very cool book. So that's Volume 2. And he also got me Volume 3. Excuse me. Very, very cool books. So thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate that. And I actually started reading the first one last night because I love the old Batman comic stories and art and so on. So I started reading that last night before I went to bed. Okay, so that is what I picked up at Indiana Comic Con. At the end of this video, I didn't do a lot of footage from the convention, but I did try to get some footage just of, you know, the surroundings and some of the cosplayers and things like that. But it was a great time. I had a blast. My daughter was there with my 2 grandkids, or with her 2 children, I guess I should say. And it's kind of funny too. I don't know if you've checked out my Instagram page, but my daughter took pictures of me and my grandkids with Neil Adams, and so I posted those on my Instagram page. But it was kind of funny because when Neil had me sit down next to him, he said, "Okay, Dad, you sit here and we'll get the kids behind you." And I said, "Well, I'm not their dad, I'm their grandpa." And he said, "Okay, Grandpa, you can sit here." And then my daughter, she piped up and she said, "Yeah, he's my dad." So anyway, that was kind of fun. But I had a great visit with Neil Adams. It was a whole lot of fun. I mean, I really love that guy, and I love his art. And he was just such a gentleman, and he was so nice yesterday, you know, and everything. I just love going and meeting him different places, and so I hope to get a chance to do that again. And yes, he was charging, but a lot of them were charging, not quite as much as Neil Adams was, but I think let's see, I think Ariel Olivente was not charging at all. Joe Rubenstein was charging 10. Yeah, he charged 10. And then Ron Wilson was charging 5 per signature. And then Neil was charging 50, which is what I kind of expected, you know. But anyway, it was a great convention. I was really surprised that, and you'll see in the footage that, you know, most conventions when I go to them, they are super packed, and it's very hard to get to anything. You got to stand in line forever, you know, and so on. But it really wasn't like that. And I'm sure today there will be a lot more people there. And maybe it was just because it was Friday and a lot of people were still working, you know. I just happened to take a vacation day to go to that. So anyway, I'm going to set this up here so you have something to look at while I'm jibber jabbering. Anyway, so I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of vendors there, a lot of just a lot of stuff to go through. I spent I don't know, 5 hours or so in there. And it was really great meeting Matt and his wife at the convention. It was really good meeting somebody from YouTube, you know, that I'm friends with, and just really hope I get a chance to meet more people at other conventions like Boom Boom Comics and a Simply Incredible podcast, or Daryl rather, from Simply Incredible podcast. So anyway, that's what I got. And like I said, at the end of this video, I will put some footage in here from the convention. Hope you enjoy that. Everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you all next video.
He's like, oh yeah, to my house, and I didn't go see him.
Hello YouTube. We're at Indiana Comic Con, and right over here is Neil Adams' booth. I just came from his booth. And then we've got a few others going on around here, so I'll try to do some more footage as we go along. Just got a book signed by Neil, so now we're moving on. I got my daughter, she's somewhere. Oh, there she is. She's over there. Matt's here somewhere. I haven't found him yet, but hopefully I'll find him soon. So there are tons of comic books here. I'm real happy about that. Haven't had a whole lot of time to look through them yet because I've been over getting books signed. Still trying to find Matt. I don't know where he is, but I hope to find him very soon. So I've been down Artist Alley. You can see there's Neil Adams' booth again. I'm drawn to that evidently because I keep coming back to this area. Anyway, I just wanted to show around a little bit more. These are some really cool tins.
Mom, look at the Pokemon packages.
$25 for the small ones. If you buy 3, you get them for $20 each. Wow.
We can throw this away. No, actually, no.
We above the under or below the under. I mean, if you guys see a few things you want to get to, I can look at your bills. Okay, thank you.
Oh, look at Penny. I wouldn't sleep
Too cool.
at all. If we even have a...
Few cool comic costumes, rather. Nightmare Before Christmas. Right now I'm waiting for Matt. He just texted me and said he's going to be here in a few minutes, so thought I'd just get some shots. I'm not seeing too many costumes. I see Deadpool down there or something.
Who is that?
Okay, more to come. I found kind of a quiet spot to stand to kind of do a little scan around. As you can see, down this entire wall is where they have all the actors. Walter Koenig is right over there. Brian Perlman would be down at that end if he was there. Michael Rooker. John Berriman. Just a lot of guests. A lot of them aren't out here right now. But anyway, and as you can see, this whole area is kind of open. There's not near as many people here as I expected there to be today. But, so anyway, which is a good thing. Makes it easier to get around. So anyway, I'm going to go try to find some books. I just met up with Matt a little bit ago. And now, I'm taking some stuff out to the car. Now I got to go fill back up before I finish out the day. Talk to you all later. Alright, I think I'm pretty much done with the convention for today. As you can see, there's still lots of people walking around. It's only about 5 o'clock. But well, there's Raven. So, you know, there's a few people, or a few costumes still running around. There was some stormtroopers earlier. I don't know where they're at now, but anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a day, and I might pick up one of these, and then I'm gonna head out. So hope you guys enjoyed this little peek. I've not really had much time to you know, show you much going on here, so, but I did get to meet Matt, but I didn't get him on video because I only got to talk to him for a few minutes. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here. If I find anything else interesting, I will kick the camera back on for a few minutes. I know this looks interesting coming down through here, but seen a lot of interesting things here today, so we still see a few people sitting around. Yes, very nice. Well, I know I'm a little far away, but looks like I might have caught up with Harley Quinn down here. So Daryl, that ought to make you happy. I'm heading back to the car now, but it's been a good time here at Indiana Comic Con. I really enjoyed it. My daughter, she had to leave earlier, so I stuck around for another hour or so and bought some more books. So I will show you guys all that later.